welcome back. Today's going to be a little bit different than the other days. We're going to do a little bit of warm-up and strength, just full body strength, and then we're going to take a look at the crow pose. So we're going to do a little bit of arm balancing today. So get ready and let's get started. And we're going to start on all fours. I have to warm up our wrists a little bit because we're going to be putting a little bit of weight, or a lot of weight, into our wrists. So bring them out in front of you and start by rocking a little bit back and forth. Feeling the knuckles, the fingers, the hands, everything down, pressing into the floor. Just moving here back and forth. Then we're going to bring our knees a step closer. We're going to bring our wrists under our shoulders. Lift the thumb a little bit. Then we're going to lift up onto the knuckles and lower down slowly. Pressing the fingers into the floor. Lifting up and down here. Keeping the elbows straight. If you're having difficulties bringing your wrists up, then bring your knees a little bit closer, put less weight into it. If it's feeling really easy, bring your weight a little bit back. If you're really strong, you can also do it from a plank. But we're just getting started here, so there's no need for pressing too hard. Bring your knees a little closer, neutral, arms up, shake them out a little bit. We're going to place our fingers so they're facing the knees. And we're going to gently rock a little bit back. Just slowly. The same here, bring your knees closer to take a little bit of the load off. Just feeling it in the lower arm. Then we're going to sit all the way back onto the feet, gently releasing the hand off of the floor, peeling it off of the floor inch by inch, and shaking out the hands. Interlock the fingers, roll around a little bit, in both ways. I'm going to bring our hands out in front of us and we're going to make a fist. And we're going to open up, spread the fingers, and close. Open up and close. I'm going to keep doing this. Open and close. So really spreading the fingers and squeezing the fists. And we're going to go a little bit faster. And a little bit faster. And as fast as you can. Yeah. Feel it in the arms and the shoulders. Go a little bit further, a little bit longer. Really open. And release the arms, shake them out. I'm going to bring our shoulders along the right. Just going to bring our arms here and down. And we're going to make some shoulder circles with the wrists. And we're going to bring our arms slowly up. And out to the side. Just slowly moving circles with the wrists. Again, we're going the same circle. We're coming up and to the side. And then we're going to switch circles to go the other way. And coming up as high as we can go. And down to the side. Really feeling the warmth in the arms. One more time. Coming up. And releasing down. Controlled. And shake out the arms. Nice. Coming again, bring the arms onto the floor. We're going to do some very mini, some pike push-ups. So we're going to bring our weight back. Then we're going to lean forward, bring the chest to the floor. And push back. Chest to the floor, and push back. Just moving a little bit here, front and back, Engaging the arms, warming them really good up. Do 2 more. Last one. Nice. Then we're going to tuck the toes and find our down dog. And then we're taking our time here with the down dog, pedaling out the legs, coming up onto the toes, maybe all the way back. Warming up the ankles a little bit. Walking them a little bit here. We're going to walk our hands towards our feet. And we're going to bend our knees generously and collapse over with the upper body. Maybe grab a hold of the elbows and rock from side to side. Then we're going to release our arms, and vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to pull ourselves up. All the way up to standing. Ending with the neck, bring the arms up and overhead. And folding forward again. Gonna lift up halfway, lengthen the spine, and then release into forward fold. Walking the hands out to a plank. Finding that plank, getting strong in the plank, so we're pushing the floor away, pulling our arms back towards our feet, engaging in the arms. Nice, holding it here. And then pushing back to down dog. Well done. Nice. So we're gonna place our left leg down onto the floor and in the middle, lift our right foot up into a 3-legged dog. Bend the knee and take some big circles with the knee. As big as they can get. Maybe take 3 or 4 on each side. Nice. And then release the leg, maybe pedaling out 1 or 2 times. And then lift the opposite leg. Bend the knee, open the hip, and then some circles here. Keep pushing into the floor with your arms. Nice. Last one. And then come down to the floor again. Again, walk your hands towards your feet. Take a breath here. Allow the upper body to release. We're going to heel toe our feet towards the end of our mat, and we're going to see if we can sit down into that squat. Even if you're up on your toes, it's okay. We're just trying to get that feeling of bringing the elbows close to the knees. Just going to move a little bit here. Even if you're up on your toes, just see how you can come, even if you're up here. Just explore it a little bit, move around in the squat a little bit. And then we're going to come all the way to sit down, and we're going to lie down onto our backs. Bring the knees to the chest, rock a little bit from side to side. Then we're going to bring our arms to the side, bring the knees, hips, and knees to 90-90. And we've done this before. We're just going to controlled bring the knees down to one side, slow movement, keeping the knees together, and then pulling up to the middle and rolling down to the opposite side. Lifting up and rolling down. Moving here from side to side. controlling the movement with your core. One more on each side. Last one. And then we'll find the middle again. Maybe roll around a little bit. And then we're gonna find kind of like a lying down crow pose. So we're gonna try to get the feeling of crow pose, but from this position here. So we're gonna bring our arms straight out in front of us, and a little bit closer to the knees, so they're not completely in line with the shoulders. The placement of the arms is we'll come back to that later. Just find your arms in front of you wherever that feels most comfortable. Then we're gonna see if we can activate, engage in our core, and kind of do like a crunch, like a sit-up. Bring the knees in towards the elbows, and release. Then we'll bring the knees to the elbows, and release. Lifting up, and releasing. Lifting up, and releasing. We're going to do 3 more. Keeping your arms out in front of you with your fingers spread. Last one. That was a lie. We're going to do 1 more and we're going to hold it. Really feeling that engagement, trying to get your heels to your bum. And release. Bring the arms down. Rock a little bit. And then we're going to rock up to seated and jump back to plank. So we're going to cross our ankles. We're going to rock up and down. Cross the legs. Arms out in front and jump to plank. Nice. And we're holding our plank here. Staying strong in our plank. And pushing back to down dog. Nice. We're going to lift our right leg up to the air. Then we're going to bend our knee, bring our knee to the right elbow, and push back up again. We're going to do 4 all together, so knee to elbow, bring it back up, knee to elbow, back up, last one. Come all the way up and switch legs. Lifting up, knee to elbow. That's 2. And 3. And 4. Lifting up and releasing into down dog. We're going to do a similar one, just a little bit different. So we're going to hover our knees above the mat, and then we're going to lift up and bend the arms a little bit. So we're coming forward, bending the arms, and pushing back. So we're kind of getting into like a half kind of crow. So we're lifting forward, knee touches the elbow, and we're pushing back. Just a micro bend in the arms. Moving, switching, alternating from side to side. Nice. 2 more. Nice. Pulling back to sit in your squat. Maybe widening the legs if you feel most comfortable there. We're going to take a look at our crow pose. It can be quite scary to start off with. So give yourself the time that you need to adjust to it. If you're new to it, if you're familiar with it, go ahead and play around with it a little bit, explore. I'm going to grab a pillow. If you're new to the pose, then you might want to grab a pillow as well. We're going to to try during this practice to do the movement as fluid as possible, because I feel like it helps feeling more stable in the position when the movement is a little bit more fluid, like coming in and out of it. And we can do that as well with the pillow. Bring it to the side. I'll show you first without the pillow. So we're bringing the arms out in front of us, placing the palms on the floor. One of the best tricks that I've learned is where to look. I feel like in the beginning a lot of us want to look down. What we want to do is if I'm here, then I want to look kind of towards the end of my mat in front of me. So it's where I'm flowing if I'm doing a more fluid movement. So maybe I'm coming here and just looking forward, rocking a little bit back and forth, bringing a little bit of weight into the hands but keeping the knees or the toes on the floor. So knees on elbows, coming a little bit forward. Maybe you release a centimeter off of the floor. Maybe you keep your toes on the floor. This you can do with also alternating legs. So lifting up, lifting one toe off of the ground, or one foot. Opposite side. So that's a way to explore the movement, to kind of get your body familiarized with it. If you feel like you're ready to take off but you're afraid of falling, then we're going to practice falling and see how scary it actually is, or not scary at all. So we're going to continue to flow through that movement, but we're going to allow our head to fall into the pillow. So we're going to flow down and come back up. So just allowing ourselves to crash. So you come up, crash, and push back up. So we're kind of coming through the crow pose as we fall down. So we're moving forward, crashing, and coming back up. It's a way of getting familiarized with it. So we can try that. If you feel like you can come a little bit further and want to start diving into it, then we can just move like we did before, but instead of just lifting one foot, we lift both. And maybe we flow a little bit in and out of it. If this feels good, and you feel like you want to add on, then we can come up to hold. We're lifting up, and then we bring our heels to our bums, and maybe try to straighten the arms. If that feels comfortable, there's many ways of coming into this and staying into it. Try to find a variation that fits you today. It could be something different than yesterday, or something different than tomorrow. Maybe you're familiar with it, maybe this is new. So allow yourself the time to explore it. Allow your nervous system time to adapt to arm balancing. It can be quite scary, so take your time. If you are very familiar with the pose and feel comfortable doing it, then you can start to add on maybe some strength by coming up into the pose and then seeing if you can tap the floor and lifting up. That's one way to do it. It's actually a really good way to do it. So allow yourself some time here. Maybe put the video on pause and explore a little bit. Then you can always come back to it if you enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to allow you to do. When you feel ready to finish, to round off for today, then find a comfortable seat on your mat. Start to close your eyes. And just observe your breath and those feelings that you have in your body. If you're anything like me, you might feel a little bit of heat in your upper arms where your knees were placed. friction there, the body recovering from the friction. Maybe you feel your heart rate is a bit up because this is new and scary. If that's the case, then maybe you want to explore by lengthening your exhalation. It helps us bring us back to rest and digest mode by lengthening the exhalation. By lowering our heart rate. And just observe what's happening in your body. See if you can give yourself a minute just to be present in this moment. Not giving too much attention to your thoughts. Just acknowledging that they're there. If you'd like to stay an extra minute or two here, feel free to do that. If you're ready to go out and about with your day, and start to blink your eyes open slowly. Thank you for joining me. I hope you explored a little bit, maybe jumped a little bit out of your comfort zone. Listen to your body. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. If not, I hope you have a beautiful day, and thank you for joining me in this 7-day series. Thank you.